this is Chris with Winemaker TV, and today we'll be making a banana wine. Here's some of the ingredients you'll need to be making banana wine. You have 5 pounds of bananas, ripe bananas, the juice of half of a lemon to add a little citric acid, 2 pounds of sugar. I'm going to make a gallon, so you have to have a gallon of distilled water. The water, I'm on municipal water, so my water has chemicals in it that will kill the yeast. And of course you need the yeast. I'm using a Red Star Premier Blanc. It is a white wine yeast and strong enough to make pretty powerful. It'll come in about 13% to 18% alcohol, but I'm not that worried about the alcohol. Mainly, I'm not going to test it. To test, you need a hydrometer. We're keeping it quick and we're keeping it simple. So these are, and you need a stainless steel pot to cook with. Slice up after you wash your bananas. Just slice about a 1/2 inch slices, peeling and all, and just add it to your pot, and then we'll add the water and sugar. Okay, we have our 5 pounds of bananas chopped up, skins and all. Bananas were washed. Now it's time to add the distilled water, and any brand will do. It's all 2 parts hydrogen, H2O. It's all 2 parts hydrogen, 1 part oxygen, as long as it don't have any extra chemicals in it. We'll just add that to it. Now save your bottle, because like I said, we're going for a beginner, cheap and easy. We're going to save these bottles, and that'll be our fermenting vessel. Once we get our sugars rendered and incorporated, we'll add everything back to this bottle, put an airlock on it. If you don't have an airlock, you can put a balloon on it. But I'll drill a hole in the top, put a grommet in it while it's cooling down. Alright, and add I have 3-piece locks, and I'll add an airlock to it, and that's be our fermenting vessel. The juice of a 1/2 lemon. Give it a little mouth feel. This is my first time making banana wine, so we'll find out how it tastes, and then later on you can play with it, because I had a thought on my way home today about next time I make banana wine. You need this is a 4-pound bag of sugar. I'm just going to add half because I need 2. Adding, I'm not going to do it this time, but I thought about it maybe for next time, adding some vanilla beans to it. Alright, we'll put your stove on low, because we do not want this to burn. We'll let this heat up, and then we'll incorporate it, stir it every once in a while. Let it heat. Make sure it does not boil. If it boils, it will ruin the sugars in there and make for a bitter wine. And these bottles, what I'm going to be bottling them in once they're finished, this came from Aldi. It's a 750 milliliter bottle, and if you buy the bottles, they're about $2. This comes with sparkling pink lemonade for $2.50. So if I have bottles, I have to purchase a bottle, I like it to come with something in it. So just a little hint for you. So we'll let this heat up, and we'll stir it and smash it. So I'll be back in a few minutes and let this get its thing done. Okay, our mixture is warming up quite nice. Every now and then just give it a stir and kind of smash it. I usually do this with a potato smasher, but I couldn't find it, so I had to improvise on the fly. So in the future you'll see me using not a stirrer, but that in a stainless steel spoon. So hopefully this will work. Timer, when it heats up, let it warm and incorporate and release those sugars for about 45 minutes, and then we'll strain all this off and let it sit until it cools down to room temperature. Okay, it is finished with the 45 minutes of incorporating and rendering the sugars. We strained it a little bit, but they're still, as you can see, it's kind of nasty looking, but that's all right. We're going to rack it several times, and racking means I'm just going to siphon it off into another container. So I'm going to put the top on this so no insects or whatnot will get in it, and we'll let this sit overnight, and then tomorrow morning I'll pitch the yeast and put an airlock on it, and she'll be good to go. Alright, our must has cooled. This is what this is called. And this is optional, but I'm going to add some yeast nutrient. I'm going to put 1 teaspoon per gallon. This just helps the yeast kick off and do their thing. Like I said, this is optional. You don't have to do this. Put a teaspoon in, and then we'll add it's called pitching. We'll pitch the yeast. And the instructions say to start this in like a package of water, like some warmer water. I never do that. I just pitch it straight in, and it always works fine. So we pitched our yeast. We'll put the top on it. Give it a shake. Get it stirred up. Then we'll put our airlock on it. And in about 7 days to 10 days, the fermentation will be finished, and then the aging process will take place. I'm going to probably rack it a couple of times to get it clear, but when the fermentation is going on, it looks real cloudy and musty and icky. But so you want to rack it a few times, and I'll go over that when the time comes, go over racking with you. But for now, it's good to go for about 7 to 10 days. This is Chris with Winemaker TV. After all that hard work brewing or venting, when you make wine it's called venting, when you make beer it's called brewing, have yourself some good old, this is apple cider. I made this a few months ago. This is a sparkling cider made out of Granny Smith and golden russet. Delicious. This is Chris with Winemakers TV, and that's all there is today.